Last time, in solo leveling, Jin Woo and his old teammates were gathered once again for a D-rank dungeon raid, but Hunter HQ were short on hunters, so they had sent over some criminal hunter to join on this raid, and a B-rank hunter from Hunter HQ was sent to keep an eye on them, but Kong had taken bribes from a man whose daughter was assaulted by those criminals to kill them. But Kong was a maniac who loves to toy with human life, so he brutally killed Kim and his partner after they witness the scene. So seeing that, Jin Woo steps in to fight Kong. At first he got a bit of hard time, but as the fight got longer, Jin Woo got even stronger and sucked Kong into an endless darkness and killed him off with such an ease. Kong was a B-rank hunter and an officer in the Hunter HQ, so after a bit of questioning, Jin Woo, Ju-hee, and Chol were released. However, Ju-hee takes out the mana stone Jin Woo had given to her in the double dungeon on his moments of death, and reminds him of the promise he made that he'll take it back from her after surviving that dungeon. But Jin Woo has changed a lot since then, while Ju-hee is just the same as always, too afraid of bloodshed and fights. She's a B-rank healer and she's normally eligible for taking part in A or B-rank raids, but here she's going with only D or E rank because of her fear. She always patches up Jin Woo, and as time goes on she came to like him as she saw that determined eyes in double dungeon to survive. But she's different than him, so she returns the mana stone as Ju-hee had decided to retire from being a hunter. She wants to move in with her parents again and invited Jin Woo to visit her, and with that heartfelt goodbye she left. But standing alone there, Jin Woo remembers Jinchul and his warning. He reminds Jin Woo about Dong Suk and that incident. Dong Suk's brother was Dong Su, S rank, so he might be targeting him and Jin Woo as they were the only survivors. For him, it doesn't matter what happened. He only cares that his brother died, and the law is useless when a S rank decides something, because their power and worth are on a completely different scale. So in simple words, S rank are monsters themselves. So Jinchul advises Jin Woo to leave the country with his family while he can and hide, and remembering that, Jin Woo got another reason to level up quickly. So just as promised, Jin Woo gathered a team of useless E rank hunters, just for the head counts to get clearance to raid the C rank dungeon. But Jin Woo noticed there was a kid around, but she cleared up that age isn't essential for being a hunter, so she's good to go. But Jin Woo didn't realize she's Jin-Ah's classmate. But anyways, one of them had a hard time believing he and the others were getting 3 million for every raid by doing nothing. So Jin Woo reminds all of them that they signed a contract to keep this a secret, and Jin Woo uses a reward from killing Kong and got a stealth skill. But Jin Woo was overdoing with safety, so Jin Woo told him to remove his armor, and as they entered the gate, others weren't believing that an E and D rank hunter could complete a C rank dungeon, but much to their surprise, Jin Woo proved them wrong as he comes out without a single scar on his body. After that, Jin Woo tells them to get ready to get to the next gate, and Jin Woo was leveling up non-stop from the fights, and every day he gets to work early for clearing C rank dungeons with Jin Woo and leveling up. His stealth skill is getting amazing by the time, and Jin Woo noticed Jin Woo is getting stronger by the day, and leveling up was making his skill even stronger, which unlocks even more skills. But after completing the raid, Jin Woo sits down to rest, and at this pace, he knew he could definitely take on the Demon Castle, and judging by the power, he thought he's near A rank hunter. But after leveling up, the system gave him a new job-changing quest, and at the White Tiger Guild, someone noticed that Eugene Company bought the rights of C rank gates at absurdly high price than market value, and Sang Min noticed Jin Woo's name and goes through his brain cells and remembers that Jin is a person who survived 3 tragedies in a row. So while Jin Woo and Jin Woo cleared up another gate, they moved on to the next C rank gates, and Sang Min moves out to meet Jin Woo. He tells his PA that Jin Woo survived the double dungeon, Dong Suk, and Kong incident, so he could tell that Jin Woo is a reawakened hunter, so he wants to scout him out for White Tiger Guild. And when he arrived at the gate's location, he saw the whole party was chilling out, and their song E came to shoo them off. But Sang Min noticed that Jin Woo was nowhere, which means he was taking on C rank dungeon all by himself, which clears out his suspicion. And after that, Jin Woo returns and cancelled some C rank gates, but Jin Woo chose to delay to give up the rights, and there Sang Min heard about him. But away from there, in a dream, we could see the bloodbath of the Jeju Island raid, which woke up Choi Jong-in, and now, there was again a recommission to clear out Jeju Island, but that's gonna take some time, so after completing for the day, Sang-min contacts Jin-woo and goes to a cafe to talk business. He wanted to recruit Jin-woo at a double price that Eugene was offering, so Jin-woo thought a White Tiger Guild HQ is in the deal. Sang-min got confused because Guild HQ is worth 50 billion, so Jin-woo showed him Eugene had offered him 30 billion worth of Guild HQ building, so obviously it was out of Sang-min's league to make a decision. But Jin-woo was curious how Sang-min knew about him. He goes into his stealth mode, and Sang-min thought he lost him, but Jin-woo told him not to move and answer. So Sang-min told him that Eugene suddenly took C-rank dungeon at a high price, so it got his attention. He just wanted to purchase some C-rank gates and he came across Jin-woo's name. It was purely coincidental, but Jin-woo wanted to keep a low profile, so he comes out as he realized their monopolizing C-rank gate was bound to attract attention. But Jin-woo was willing to give up 3 C-rank gates at 300 million each, but that was still too high, so Jin-woo agreed to lower his price to 600 million for 3, that was enough for a deal for Sang-min and Jin-woo returns. After that, Sang-min realized that Jin-woo is gonna bring in the flood in the future, and the next day, Jin-ho confirmed the payment of 600 million, and then, Sang-min saw that the C-rank gates he got from Jin-woo were extras that were worth only 70 million at best, so Jin-woo messaged him and that it was the price for spying on him. But Sang-min got Jin-woo's number, so he was happy with that for now. But Jin-woo was moving out to somewhere, and that is where episode 10 ends, but stay tuned to watch another episode of Solo Leveling, and if you haven't seen previous episodes, then go to the playlist section named Solo Leveling, and watch the previous episodes to catch up. Till then, take care.